All right, so COD Next just wrapped up. We saw quite a bit of new info on Modern Warfare 3. The community is dubbing it a $70 expansion or a DLC turned to a full game complete with campaign, multiplayer, Warzone, I guess it'd be 3.0 technically, and MWZ, which is the open world modern zombie experience, and a plethora of new content, including a new mode that actually has me intrigued. Let's talk about what we learned from today's event, and then I'll give you guys my thoughts on the upcoming release and where I'm sitting as an FPS fan and a content creator. Now, keep in mind, I do still have to play this game, which I will be streaming next weekend during the PC beta. So if you guys want to swing by the stream, let's just rock and have some fun. Modern Warfare 3 is bringing back 16 classic maps from the OG Modern Warfare 2. They're going to be completely redone and revamped to a modern standard. They're also bringing back things like classic minimap, complete with all of your red dot needs, slide canceling, reload canceling, 150 player health for players in 6v6, map voting, and one of the most important things that I think a lot of people are kind of downplaying here is the ability to bring all of your Modern Warfare 2 content over to the new game, and that includes things like operators, weapons, attachments, blueprints. Everything you purchased or unlocked in Modern Warfare 2 gets ported and brought to Modern Warfare 3, which I also think lends a little bit of credibility to the fact that this might have actually been a DLC. But with this, they're bringing 30 new guns and attachments to grind for on top of all of that other content. And for maps, we got High Rise. We're going back to Terminal, Favela, Rust, unfortunately. I fucking hate that map, but I guess it's better than playing Shoot House. We also got to look at Urzikstan, which is the new map that's going to be replacing Al Mazrah in Warzone. I believe that's happening in December at the start of Season 1. And we have a bunch of points of interest here. One of them is from COD 4, which was actually the map Countdown. And then we have Overwatch from Modern Warfare 3. And I'm sure we're going to see those maps get transferred to the 6v6 mode at some point post-launch. And speaking of post-launch content for the 6v6 mode, they also mentioned that we're going to be seeing 3 maps per season for a total of, I believe, 12 maps within the next year on top of the original 16 from Modern Warfare 2 that we're getting at launch. That's actually a decent post-launch content plan. On top of that, we're getting 3 new ground war maps, the return of War Mode, which I think debuted in World War II, as well as a new mode called Cutthroat, which is the one I kind of want to talk about here. It's a round-based elimination mode that basically functions as a 3-way gunfight with teams of 3. Gunfight was one of my favorite modes in 2019, and now that we can do 3 teams of 3, that dynamic is super sick. Any one life modes in these games, I'm usually just super down for. And this one actually looks fun, a little bit chaotic, and I'm excited to try it. On top of that, we also have a new gear-based perk system, which is a little interesting, but it's basically perks that we have now, but they're split across gear now. So boots, gloves, and different gear. The team basically said they wanted to add actual changes to your character, like visually, and not just have the ability to like click perks, turn them on and off, and numbers go up and down, or you get new abilities. They actually wanted to make it change the way your character looks, which I actually kind of respect, but it's not a big change. Now, I will say the biggest change that has me excited here is the fact that they have fixed the fucking visual recoil in this game so you can actually see what you're shooting at in full auto. While I'm watching this new gameplay, it makes me feel like I'm watching a blend of like OG Call of Duty with the new school Modern Warfare 2019 visuals and movement, and it actually has me excited. Now, here's where I'm at though. I know that there's a lot of cynicism in my community when it comes to Call of Duty, and I know a lot of you guys are sitting here sharing your disdain and your disinterest in another yearly Call of Duty release, and I mean, fair enough. I also know that when it comes to FPS, there's not really a lot of new shit going on that interests me. I've been playing a lot of R6 recently, and I have been enjoying that a lot, but you guys don't see me upload it because the game's like 8 years old. It's an old, dated game, and yeah, they bring out new content, but it's just kind of something that I know a lot of you guys aren't interested in. I know Counter-Strike 2 just dropped as well, and I've never really covered Counter-Strike on this channel. I think the update is brilliant. I think the smoke grenade tech that they have in that game is great, but it is still just Counter-Strike, just like it is still just Rainbow Six, just like it is still Call of Duty. at this point, at least with the yearly releases of Call of Duty, we have something to talk about that's fresh-ish, I guess. And with a game like X Defiant coming out, rumored to be on the 17th of October, I don't know, I played the last playtest there and I'm just not feeling it. It's just not a game for me. I'm kind of sitting here as an FPS YouTuber being like, where the fuck do we go right now? I know Battlefield just dropped their Season 6 trailer and a bunch of new information dropped there, which I do want to talk about, but I also know a lot of you guys hate fucking Battlefield. So I'm sitting here as an FPS content creator trying to figure out what games to cover, what games to talk about that I care about and that you care about. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, kind of a little tough right now. So I'm going into Modern Warfare 3 just saying fuck all of the noise, fuck all of the online discourse that always happens around Call of Duty. And at this point, just like every other year, the COD cycle comes in, the marketing ramps up, they get all the creators together, everybody says we're all on board for the next Call of Duty, and then a month after launch, everybody is shitting on it. This time around, I just want to give this game a real shot and block out the noise and just have some fun. I know the beta is next weekend for PC. The beta is happening this weekend for PS5. The cynical side of me says, let's wait and play the beta. But I also know that every time I play the betas are dope. And then when the game comes out, we get lag, the server tick rates drop, the connection issues, and then it's just the same old Call of Duty. But with that said, the fact that they're allowing us to bring over our entire loadout, attachments, weapons, operators, all of that from Modern Warfare 2 into Modern Warfare 3 is actually a huge W that I think a lot of people are kind of downplaying and not talking about. The community always bitches that you get to play games for a while, buy the bundles, buy the skins, and then the next year it's just all obsolete. This is the first year that they're actually letting you take all of that stuff over, and I'm not seeing them get the credit that they deserve for that change. The visual recoil changes is enough to make me really excited. It's also got me wondering why Infinity Ward has been dead set against giving people what they want in a Call of Duty title. I understand that as a development team, you want to develop the game to your vision and not bend in certain things. But it's clear that I'm looking around and I'm reading the hype for Modern Warfare 3, and it's clear that Sledgehammer is delivering on an experience that has, at least from my perspective, the majority of the Call of Duty community excited for the first time in a while. Now, granted, it happens every single year, and I'm curious to see how this game is going to be received at launch. But as an FPS YouTuber and just as an FPS gamer, it's dry as fuck out here if you're not playing games that you have been playing for the last 6 years. Apex Legends, Rainbow Six, Call of Duty, they're all in the same camp. And I think a lot of the disdain nowadays is because Modern Warfare 2 just didn't deliver on a lot of things like movement, the slide canceling, the fucking visual recoil, the map design for some of the maps that we got post-launch, at least in the 6v6, was fucking terrible. And I totally understand that there's some people that are just like, I'm jumping off this train and I'm gonna go try to find an experience somewhere else. Maybe it's an X Defiant, maybe it's going into the tactical space. There's really not a lot of places you can go in the FPS space if you're looking for something that is as high quality in terms of visuals, movement, content pipeline, all of that stuff. Call of Duty is, and I think might always be, king. And if you're not down for Modern Warfare 3, I think I totally understand it. For me, I want to go in with an open mind, see how it plays, judge it from the beta. And I'll be honest with you guys, I'm just trying to find games that I am fucking with, that I can talk about and cover. I'm not sure if Modern Warfare 3 is going to be it, but I want to give it a real shot. Another thing that has me excited is the fact that they're bringing Rebirth Island back to the game. I'm not going to lie, Rebirth Island was one of the best times that I had in 2019. I like Warzone and I like the idea of it. The intensity that Rebirth Island brought to that game, dropping in, having to survive. If a teammate goes down and you just have to stay alive, they can come back. That gameplay loop was so much fun. I think this could be a banger if you're into Call of Duty. And if you're not into Call of Duty, I don't really know if they could have done anything today to make you excited. As always, I want to know what you guys think. Let's talk about shooters again. I've been so focused and honed in on the transient stuff, getting that demo ready to go, that I haven't really been keeping up with a lot of FPS news. That stops now. Let's talk about Call of Duty. I'm going to have another video ready probably to go this weekend on the new Battlefield stuff. If you guys do want to see me play games over on Twitch, I'm playing a shit ton of R6 right now, and that's kind of where my mind has been at outside of just working on our own game. But I also know that we got to talk about this stuff. We got to play the new games. We got to do all this content creator shit. And unfortunately, even if you guys don't like the Call of Duty cycle, I still appreciate that there's something to talk about in the FPS space, and I have to go in with a positive mindset every single time. Unless they do some fuck shit like running up walls and doing a bunch of stuff that I just do not care about at all. As long as Call of Duty is delivering a boots on the ground experience, I'm gonna be excited for it. My name is Big Fry. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.